think it's time that it came into place, because it's something that's been going on for ages, and it just had not been dealt with properly. So if there's a union, I think people have got support, in that case. So I think it's good.
Well, I've got nothing against the idea of a breakaway union. I don't think that idea would have come up if the union that is there now was seen to be doing exactly what it's supposed to do to defend all their members. I'm not saying they're not doing what they're supposed to do, but obviously if the idea come up is that some of those black players must have felt that they might be better off having a separate union.
Yes and no. Yes, because it's difficult for me to understand how black players can be integrated. No, because it then exacerbates the problem. So I think the issue is that there is going to be a conscious need by the footballing community to accommodate the issue of diversity.
I would say yes and no. I start by saying no because it would fraction, there's going to be a fractioning of football players as a whole, and the black players having their own union, and it's like, okay, will the white players have their own union as well? I just believe that the racism in football should be tackled from the top. I believe that a lot of I don't know about the FA, but I mean, what happened, was it Serbia? Yeah, Serbia football. Authorities that be over there pretending that nothing was happening, that is what should be tackled. On the other part, if I was a black player, I would like to be able to report to a union and say, okay, this is what's happened to me and what you're going to do about it.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think in the present climate, with what's been going on with John Terry, etc., that black players need to form a coalition and have a strong voice and try and stamp this out. It's important.
I don't think it makes any difference. I don't think it would make any difference, to be quite honest. Racism has been going on since the 70s and 80s in football, and nothing hasn't been done about it. And I don't think it would make any difference anyway if there was anything set up at this time. I don't think it would make any difference.
I don't think they're dividing the game as such. Obviously what they're trying to do is to create something that they think will better represent the interests of the ethnic minority. Whether that in the long term ends up breaking the game, I don't think so. I mean, and I tell you something, I've been to such extreme as thinking we need to come to a situation where black players will boycott some of the game because of the racism issues.
If you say that there should be a breakaway union, then it isolates them. It might make the problem worse. So I'm rather more keen to see positive responses on the part of the larger footballing community.
I think enough is enough. I think that the issue has gone on for far too long. It's not really getting any better. I think the FA have tried as much as they can to improve the situation, but I think it's important that a strong union is formed. And there are a lot of black players in the UK playing football at the moment, so their voices deserve to be heard.
They have to be in the place of that black player, or try to think in terms of how detriment it is to to the people's minds, really. So if it's one thing abusing and another thing being abused. So mentally that is not good, especially in the field of sport where like in a lucrative league like the English League, it's not good mentally, because that could affect your performances. Because if you get like an abuse from the set of fans, well, I've played football myself, and it's even getting abuse from my own fans, not racially, but because of my performance.
Enough is enough, get on side.
Enough is enough, get on side.
So enough is enough, get on side. Fully supported by me and endorsed.
Enough is enough, get on side.
Enough is enough, get on side.